The Aliens vs. Predator films may well have been rubbish, but we can't think of much better source material for a sci-fi themed first-person shooter. So it's no wonder that hopes have been high for Sega's Aliens vs. Predator, especially as it boasts separate single-player campaigns for each species: colonial marines, xenomorphs, and predators. And a multiplayer mode where all three species fight it out, toe-to-toe to toe.
Come on, Private, let's get you on your feet.
Let's kick off with the Colonial Marines campaign.
We have a potential xenomorph infestation here. That's right, a bug hunt. So make sure
you land on planet BG-386 at a mining colony run by the familiar Weyland-Yutani Corporation. Behind the scenes, they've been secretly researching a xenomorph alien hive. This may have seemed like a good idea until the acid-blooded killing machines escaped and slaughtered everybody. Before long, you're separated from your squad and must face a desperate fight for survival. Things actually manage to get worse, because after a while you discover that there's a predator hunting party visiting the planet too.
Please leave.
You've got an arsenal of weapons lifted straight from the movies, like the distinctive-sounding M41A pulse rifle, the trusty M240 flamethrower, and the aim-assisted M56 smart gun. Let's rock! There's also a melee and counter-attack system that's useful when the Xenos get a bit too close for comfort. A palpable feeling of suspense is achieved through a combination of exploring dark areas by torchlight, the urgent pings from your movement sensor, and the alien's tendency to jump out at you unexpectedly. As you might expect, though, it's fairly standard first-person shooter gameplay for the Marine. Imagine Doom 3, designed by H.R. Geiger, and you're pretty much there. Moving on to the Aliens campaign. You play as a xenomorph that's hatched in a Weyland-Yutani lab. Tests quickly identify number 6 as an exceptional specimen.
Number 6. I remember this one. Mr. Weyland thinks there might be something special about it.
A security failure then enables its escape. Objectives are sent telepathically by the Queen.
Excuse me.
Hang on, that looks like a text message.
restraints. The xenomorph.
In short, she wants you to go on a rampage across planet BG-386, killing anything that gets in your way. The xenomorph's lack of any kind of projectile weapon doesn't make them any less deadly. Razor claws, a spear-like tail, and powerful jaws filled with metallic teeth are all you need to get by. You also benefit from their unmatched agility and can negotiate any surface with ease. Combine this with the ability to smell the location of your victims, and you won't find it hard to kill with lethal efficiency. You'll soon start to think in their terms, finding crevices or dark spots to hide, moving into prime positions above your targets, then, when the time is right, launching a swift surprise attack. Being the Xenomorph provides a distinctly different gameplay experience, but out of the three, it's our second favourite. Last but not least, let's examine what the Predators campaign has to offer. BG-386 was once an ancient predator world, so when they're alerted to the situation there, they send in a team to contain the xenomorph outbreak and find out what's disturbed the hive. Playing as one of these elite intergalactic huntsmen, you have all their fancy extraterrestrial technology at your disposal. Weapon-wise, there's the shoulder-mounted plasma charger, which can be fired in quick bursts or powered up to completely vaporize your victim. You can drop mines and then use a cunning voice-throwing technique to lure your prey to their death. The Smart Disc is a razor-sharp frisbee that can be manoeuvred in mid-air to shred multiple targets. Then there's the Combi Stick, a high-tech spear that will kill with a single well-aimed hit. The gear doesn't stop there either. You've got a thermal vision mode that picks out humans and a similar one for spotting xenomorphs. Add to that their iconic active camouflage and the ability to leap to the best vantage points, and it's easy to see why these dreadlock reptilians are the ultimate hunters. The mixture of gadgetry and stealthy stalking gameplay makes the Predator's part our preferred third of the single-player campaign. Having 3 dramatically different species is all well and good in single-player, but how on earth are they going to make it work as a balanced multiplayer game? Although we haven't been able to try the fully featured multiplayer, we've spent a fair bit of time in the recently released multiplayer demo. Here we got to try out one of the modes, a good old-fashioned deathmatch in one of the arenas, a map called Refinery. Exactly how many other maps come in the package isn't clear. Rumour is that there'll be some extra arenas available as downloadable content that people who've bought the Collector's Edition can pick up for free. We do, however, know that the full release will feature 6 other game modes: Infestation, Survivor, Predator Hunt, Domination, Species Deathmatch, and Mixed Species Deathmatch. Out of these, Survivor sounds pretty interesting. Like the Horde mode in Gears of War 2, it'll pit 4 cooperative players against wave after wave of xenomorphs. From our admittedly limited hands-on time, it seemed to us that Rebellion might not have been able to get the balance quite right. The Predator can pick up a limited selection of ranged weapons like the Plasma Charger and the Smart Disc. He can also use his other abilities: jump markers, active camo, thermal and xenovision. Aliens also have a full range of skills at their disposal. They're super agile, they get to run around the walls and ceilings and can smell out their enemies' positions. Which leaves the Marines at a bit of a disadvantage. They've got motion sensors and powerful weapons for sure, but that doesn't seem like it's enough to match their extraterrestrial foes. Three games in one sounds like great value, but this is actually more like 3/3 of a game joined by a common setting. The tense atmosphere is right, but the Marine side of things offers no surprises, probably because most sci-fi shooters borrow big chunks from the Aliens movies. The other species parts are interesting, but you're left feeling that they should have been developed further. Add to that a multiplayer mode that risks some severe balance issues, and you're left with an overall package that's likely to disappoint all but the most ardent fans of the films. We'll give it 7 out of 10.